What up, what up, what up? TTB After Dark, episode 24. Today is March 3rd, 2026. We got some breaking news. What's going on over there in Iran? I'm just gonna let just a while talk to you about it. I'll give my commentary afterwards.
Operation Epic Fury is taking a serious toll on the mullahs. Trump says the Iranians want to talk, but it's too late.
They have no Navy. It's been knocked out. They have no Air Force. It's been knocked out. They have no air detection. That's been knocked out. Their radar has been knocked out. And just about everything's been knocked out.
1,000 Iranian fighters have also been knocked out. And that doesn't include the Ayatollah and his lieutenants. Earlier today, the remnants of the regime were holding a vote to pick the next supreme leader when the meeting ended early due to an Israeli missile.
That's crazy.
The president says the damage was substantial and a third wave of attack is in the works.
Do you have someone in mind right now? Because you said all the people you did have in mind have been taken out. What do you think?
Well, most of the people we had in mind are dead. So, we had some in mind from that group that is dead. And now we have another group. They may be dead also, based on reports. So I guess you have a third wave coming in. Pretty soon we're not going to know anybody.
The response to Tehran's been a mix of short-range missiles and cheap drones thrown haphazardly at our allies. U.S. Central Command's hunting down their launchers, taking them out one by one without apology or hesitation. The second they fire off a missile, we know exactly where it comes from and can take out the launch pad. Today, another Iranian drone struck near a U.S. consulate in Dubai. Thankfully,
so yeah, I got footage of that after this.
No injuries. And a CIA station at our embassy in Saudi Arabia has just been hit. Small amount of damage, no casualties. But the Saudis now say a line's been crossed. Sources believe the kingdom is very close to deploying its own air force to join the fight. Soon the Saudis will be flying sorties with the Israelis. Think about that.
That's crazy.
The entire Mideast is united against this terroristic regime. Sources tell us the next 24 hours is going to be intense. Rubio was on Capitol Hill today saying, get ready.
You're about to see, we're going to unleash Chang on these people in the next few hours and days. You're going to really begin to perceive a change in the scope and in the intensity of these attacks as, frankly, the two most powerful air forces in the world take apart this terroristic regime and defang it.
The Arab world's united, and now the Islamic Republic doesn't stand much of a chance. Trump's even been on the phone with the Kurds. We might be able to arm them and use them as boots on the ground. Europe, on the other hand, needs to be better.
And now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases, and that's all right. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it. Nobody's going to tell us not to use it.
Damn.
But we don't have to. But they were unfriendly, so we're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't want anything to do with Spain. I'm not happy with the UK either. This is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with.
Now we know why we can't rely on NATO for Greenland. They won't let us use their bases to fight the #1 state sponsor of terror. The United States is doing the world a favor, and the administration...
See the problem they got in UK and Spain, they let a lot of people, like there's a lot of Moroccans in Spain and stuff, like if y'all don't know. And they let a lot of, that's one problem with just open immigration, is that sometimes that could influence your foreign policy. And that's what's going on there, especially UK. Like UK, it's crazy over there, man. I'm gonna pray for everybody over there, man. Real talk. It better go in do a dark turn over there, man. I just feel it. I don't want to wish anything, but like on my nerdish show on Wednesday nights, I talk about like a lot of the censorship stuff going on over there. It's a little crazy, man.
Says it was now or never.
Listen, let me explain to you guys this in simple English. Okay? Iran is run by lunatics, religious fanatic lunatics. They have an ambition to have nuclear weapons. They intend to develop those nuclear weapons behind a program of missiles and drones and terrorism that the world will not be able to touch them for fear of those things. And this is the weakest they've ever been. Now is the time to go after them.
Trump's top negotiator, Steve Witkoff, says the Iranians walked up to the negotiating table dangerously cocky.
In that first meeting, both the Iranian negotiators said to us directly, with no shame, that they controlled 460 kilograms of 60%, and they're aware that that could make 11 nuclear bombs.
About that, I heard a report that I think for the uranium stuff to make it yield like enough to make an atomic weapon, nuclear weapon, I should say. Hey, what's up, Chef? Make a nuclear weapon, right? They had to get it up to like the 90 percentile, something like that. It was they type of lingo. So like, in order for them to do it, like even right now, I don't know. No, I just started. Like I didn't even schedule this beforehand, so she probably should. She gonna see this in a little bit. What's up, Russell? Yeah, it take 2 weeks for them to enrich enough so they can like make a small like tactical nuke or whatever, which is scary because I've heard they haven't hit a lot of the main nuclear sites yet. So we gotta watch out for that because see if they be able to do that and they could have it portable. That could be trouble. That could be trouble in Tehran, in Iran proper. Could be we don't control it. If we can't control it, nobody can control the situation. It could they could ship that. They could put that in a drone. They could do all kinds of stuff, man. We gotta so watch out for that. Watch out for just terrorist stuff here because like we let a lot of people here. And it's almost impossible for Trump to get everybody, like that. You might have sleeper cells that have been here since the 80s, that pretty much built in our society and stuff. It'll be harder for them to even get deported. They've been, they probably naturalized the whole nine. So like, hey, y'all keep your eyes and ears open for real shit everywhere.
And that was the beginning of their negotiating stance. So they were proud of it. They were proud that they had evaded all sorts of oversight protocols to get to a place where they could deliver 11 nuclear bombs.
The president said the United States needed to shoot first.
You see, we were having negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack. If we didn't do it, they were going to attack first. I felt strongly about that.
The White House says these are the objectives. Don't wait for Iran to get a nuke. Nuclear blackmail, no fun. And they might even launch first. Their ballistic missiles needed to go. They can already reach Europe. And in a few years, they could reach New York. Obama gave the Iranians the money to build the missiles they're shooting at us right now.
That's
what
crazy.
A disgrace. Their Navy must be.
I would even go this further, like Obama. Yeah, it was on the buck stops with him. Trump. That's a classic Truman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, buck stopped with him. But like Kerry was Secretary. He was Secretary of State at the time. Gave him all that money. That's why Kerry probably never be president, man. I mean, that shit crazy.
Eliminated so they can't choke off oil flows and jack up prices and cause inflation. Their terror proxies, Hezbollah, the Houthis, Hamas, have done too much damage. And the Chinese have been financing the Iranian military and buying their cheap sanctioned oil at a discount. That ends now. Iran and Venezuela, that would make 2 petro-dictatorships we flipped. They're proxies of Russia and China. And now we control most of the world oil market and kicked the Chinese in. About
Venezuela, too. Like, here's another part about Venezuela. Like, we don't use the heavy crude. Like, heavy crude is really for, like, like a certain type of jet fuel. We don't use it to make, like, gas or anything because we got our own. It's different type of crude. It's heavy and light crude or something like that. It's another one I can't think of off the top of my head. But it's really good for, for, like, welding stuff, to build chips and everything, steel processing. That's what heavy crude is really good for. And China was using that heavy crude to build up their navy so they could eventually take Taiwan and whatever more they can. So like that hurts their capabilities of building, because you have to have heavy crew to build a navy that size. That, I mean, part of how we built our navy, even back with like FDR and stuff, was because we had a significant amount of heavy crude and steel and everything, U.S. Steel. So yeah, that losing Venezuela really hurt China, and losing Iran, like, because Iran even give them natural gas too, because they got a lot of natural gas there. Like the Gulf state, we got more here, but the Gulf states are like they're in the top 5 on natural gas.
Russians out of the Middle East. Beijing and Moscow haven't lifted a finger to help their ally in Tehran. The whole world sees that. And all the Chinese missile defense batteries they sold to mullahs, we took them out on day 1. Made in China, you get what you pay for. This war.
Oh yeah, and China gave Iran, like, they gave them a lot of anti-stealth radar stuff and everything. All that stuff didn't work. I've heard of that. I haven't watched. I saw a short on them. It's a lot of podcasts, dude. Like, especially Julian Dory. I watch to get a different perspective. Cause like he's an ex Wall Street guy, but like he's connected to a lot of cats in intelligence. Cause like Wall Street and intelligence, you'd be surprised how closely knit they are. Yeah, it kind of makes sense if you think about it, because like, who's gonna know more of the inside knowledge than a fucking CIA dude? So, but yeah. All right, babe, I got you. All right, I got you.
Is going well. It's ahead of schedule, but it's early. In the short term, high oil prices are going to make things a little more expensive.
Yep.
But Trump's promising to ensure shipping through the straits and directing the Navy to escort oil tankers to keep energy flowing. The Trump administration is basically now the new Lloyds of London. So buckle up. Now we have full control of the skies. Iranian missile launches have gone from about 100 a day to now just 20.
What we gotta watch out for right now too, because we're taking out so much of the like the leadership and everything. There is a threat of power vacuum type situation, like Afghanistan right next door. And they have done business together, Taliban and them. What we don't need is an influx of terrorists in like hardcore terrorists in Iran with the amount of uranium and all that stuff. That's got to be. Oh, that ain't there. You in? That's the link. That's literally the link. I just dropped it. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Phoenix, check and see if that link working. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me pause. Oh, you might be, hey, Russ, you might be on the regular. That's what it is. You're on the regular. Now you're on the vertical. You might need to get on the regular. That's probably what's going on. Yeah, that happens. That happened on me on Mob's thing. I was trying to hit the link when it was on vertical. I had to be on the regular thing. Yeah.
The U.S. Air Force has just begun significant bombing runs targeting every inch of the regime's military and political infrastructure. B-52s currently conducting a shock and awe campaign.
So basically, they got the B-52s out there. That means, like, they pretty much, they'll have a radar at all. They have no, oh, Russ, I got you. They have no way to defend it. What's up? What you got?
Hey, what's going on, boss man? Now, real quick, I was gonna say, with that Maverick approach. I know you say you heard about it.
Yeah.
I like them guys, man. They break down a lot of stuff, but some of it is like conspiracy theory, but it's
Yeah.
also, they tying a lot of stuff in, like I guess Call of Duty Ghosts when it came out in
Oh yeah.
2013.
Yeah. I got the game.
So the game so the game was based on US invading Venezuela and taking one of their dictators. And I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. I wish I could just go to the site. I mean, to the channel and just subscribe, and they'll break it down, man. But I like them guys, man. They break a lot of stuff down, man.
So for these video games, this is why I still game. Like Battlefield predict a lot of stuff, like us and Russia, like having a love-hate relationship type situation. China, the situation in China, because like people don't know, like China got different factions within the CCP. You know what I mean? And then they do a lot of safe face operations to make them look good, but they got infighting all over the place. That's whole another story. But with what you were saying with Call of Duty Ghosts, so yeah, it kind of predicts all this, but like, yeah, we went in and got dictator, and like the thing is with Venezuela, they do have a large amount of like natural resources. They got that's without doubt. So if they ever got their situation together, they could pretty much run this hemisphere. If we start fucking up too much, you know what I mean? So it's I
Yeah,
can saying on that one. I get what they saying.
yeah, but well, like I said, from what I'm hearing, and this is what I heard, and I don't know. I'm asking both of y'all. So China was trying to, get around the Air Force. I mean that trying to make that it's like like a jet train or something.
Oh yeah, that magnetic train.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so to get away from the rules of as far as like engagement, as far as of paying tariffs and all that other shit. So from what I'm hearing, this is like U.S. is trying to just take down all these dictators and take these countries, man. So that way we can keep control of a lot of these oil resources countries.
So what I was talking about with
What y'all
Venezuela,
think?
well, I was talking about Venezuela, heavy crude. Like we don't use any gasoline, any fossil fuel, anything like to power our stuff with heavy crude. Heavy crude is usually made for like big time manufacturing stuff, like the machines and manufacturing, probably like jetliner, melting steel because it's super hot, so it can melt steel to a point where you can make it fallible and everything. It's for that. That's how we built our Navy during FDR. Before that was one of his like key things he wanted to do for during the Great Depression is build up the ships and everything. So that heavy crew is known for doing that, like build up ships, building up steel structures and stuff, because like it melts the metal, so you can make it like you can make steel beams and stuff like that. So that's what Venezuela got abundance of. Like, we was big trade partners with Venezuela. That's why they were so rich. So, but then they went socialist back right around when Bush got in office, and they nationalized the oil reserve. The Exxon them ran all that stuff. You know what I mean? So like getting Venezuela off the table per the chessboard or whatever, that hurts China because China is trying to develop a whole navy so they could take on Taiwan and get the semiconductor situation there because they like the number one semiconductor. Them and believe it or not, Israel. People don't know that like Israel builds a lot of semiconductors, like especially for missiles and weaponry and stuff. They pretty much are R&D. Like it trips me out when people talk bad about Israel. I'm like, man, y'all don't know like Israel R&D a lot of our stuff. So we ain't ducking bullets and stuff and having war zones. And I unless you in the hood or whatever, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, and then Iran, shit. Look, one problem China have. They don't have enough oil. Like anybody in the Pacific really don't have a lot of oil there anyway, except for like parts of Russia, Siberia over there. But overall, like that type of oil is like it's not there like that. Just because the volcanoes and stuff like that, you can't really drill like you do in like Iran and Saudi Arabia and stuff like that.
So you think the U.S. is trying to take over the oil market so that way they can they can buy from them opposed to buying from.
It's really to slow down what China was trying to do. Because like China right now, they in a bad position PR wise because of the COVID situation. Because like that pretty much killed Belt and Road Initiative in Europe because of that. Like go look at Italy. Italy was like really big on like shit. China was owning Lamborghini at one point. I don't know. I think that done changed a little bit or whatnot because I think they had a foul bankrupt. It was a whole big old kerfuffle about Lamborghini or some shit. It was something going on with them. But like they pretty much. I mean, they pretty much got their female Trump in Italy now, and they ain't hear none of that shit China was talking about. And same goes to like Poland, especially after what Russia did with Ukraine. Poland do not like Russia because of stuff happened World War II and everything. They not gonna see eye to eye. They like do yourself a favor. If you really want to see some hatred, go look at a Poland versus Russia game, like when they do their friendlies. Hey, it looked like like the Sappho Clip Super Bowl with AKs. You know what I mean? It's one of them. It's hatred, but that's beside the point. But like, I think it's all to limit China's ability to create their navy they want to create.
Now go ahead, Phoenix, man. How you doing too? Matter of fact.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. How are you?
You ain't gonna get fined, girl. Boy, come on.
You finally left the club, huh? You finally left the club. You
Oh,
stumbling
yeah.
all out late. Yeah, she was at the club, man. Monetization club. You know what I'm saying? Come on
I
now, Phoenix.
saw that. Man, I'm mad at them because I'm like, God damn, y'all supposed to do this Sunday. Y'all kept putting it in the
No.
bag.
Listen.
You was scared of that drink, huh? Hey, finish breaking up.
She over there taking shots with her homeboy Lou Jenkins. They over there drinking together.
Oh,
I'm
hell no.
sorry. Can you stop doing that shit?
Kung Fu Lou.
Man, Lou
Well,
James. Man, you gonna give me hey, let's we're gonna have to have 30 minutes for all that shit. Let's get to the news real quick. 30 minutes after that, we got because that shit right there, like, man. Post some guns on it. Man, I don't know. Ugh, we ain't gonna talk about that. Let's finish this up. Hold on.
Over the Iranian capital, targeting Republican Guard command and control nodes, as well as weapons.
So yeah, basically they done put shock and awe out there. Let's see. And this a little video of that situation. What's going on over there? No, this is for Dubai. My bad, Dubai. Okay, that's a small one. See if I can find best. That's happening right now. That's happening right now. Angelo, what the hell you talking about, dude?
Give me my stick so I can block this nigga.
Finish, you got him. There you go. You got him. You want to? I ain't got time. No, you know what? Let him stay, man. I ain't on him. He just talking right now, man. Let that dude talk, man. Just talking.
Yeah, hey, hit the like button while you're sitting up here talking.
Yeah, hit the like button. Hey, give me the algorithm. I'm trying to be the anti-Anton. So here's riddle me this, Angie. So the Iranian people want these people gone because, like, right now, if you don't know, they got 50% inflation over there. They ain't eating good. That's why they were protesting in the first place. If you've been over here doing, like, I want to say shit, TTB After Dark, like episode 10 or some shit. When was that? When I showed them videos of them protests? Phoenix, you was here.
I was here for what now? I'm here for all
Remember
of
the protest?
everything.
All right, drunk ass. Remember the protest I was showing you way back? I want to say way back in like December. The Iranian protests.
Yes, I do remember that protest. And Negro, I ain't been drinking shit. I got kids. Fuck you.
Man, she went to
It is a school night, damn it.
man. She's lit. She on.
No, she
She
is
said, I'm
not.
going there for one
Okay,
drink.
you
And
right.
she
This
came
cherry
out
Pepsi
lit.
got me on tilt. You are so correct. This cherry Pepsi got me on tilt, shawty. Like, woo.
But you got a little what was it? Cherry Pepsi. What you mix in that? You probably mix a little Remy on.
No, I don't drink dark. I don't drink dark liquor. Dark liquor makes me violent. Again, I got kids.
I ain't hear none of that.
What is your beef with dark? What's your beef with dark? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. You back in my stripper days, right?
Back on
My
your
anger
what?
was triggered by dark liquor.
Hold on. Back on
You
your
heard
what?
me,
Days?
Negro.
No,
You
I think
heard
I heard
this.
that.
You know what? Don't act like I ain't never told the story. Okay, like, don't do that.
I'm teasing.
Don't do that.
Man, she on there hanging with Lou Jenkins in MD 2020.
Can you please stop
Lou.
saying that shit? Quit calling that nigga energy into my life. Stop. I'm peaceful over here. Don't do that.
I nicknamed
party.
Hey Russell, he the weeping ninja.
I need him to stay where he at, which is far away from me. Don't be calling that Negro energy in my life. I don't need that shit in my life. We good.
Show rocket launches. He showed the rocket launches, man.
Not the rocket launches. Good Jesus.
Hey, I was remember Davey on we gonna get on talk about him. I was on Takeover. Was it Takeover or was it Mondo? I was calling no, it was Takeover. I was calling him
Mondo
retarded,
but yeah, that boy there, man. He took a screenshot of something, man, and act like it was his. Boy, like, man, come on, dog.
I was like, man,
he already scared the motherfucker.
I was joking. I said, man, we gotta report him to Trump, man. He terrorizing us. He might be a super secret.
Dog, that is a federal offense. That is a federal offense. Your ass is going to jail. Hey, if them boys going to jail for switches, them federal offenses for switches, what do you think they gonna do them with a rocket launcher? Come on, man.
They gonna treat him. They gonna treat him like McVeigh.
But how you gonna shoot it with a cane? You know what I'm saying? He walking with a cane and shit.
What was that? Who was that towards? That's the smart part. The smartest thing he did was to not put a name on that, because then people were like, "Oh, I feel threatened." Yeah. Hey, Phoenix. You remember the stories about all those influencers used to go to Dubai and things happen to them? Hello. Oh, she over there. I'll go back to it.
I was on mute. What? Yeah, allegedly I do. What happened?
Yeah. So here we go.
Why are we
Travel
bringing up influencers
Dubai.
in Dubai?
Yeah, they in Dubai. Yeah, because Dubai, they can't fly back, get back home. Man, can you imagine you going to Dubai trying to stunt, then this shit pop off?
Yes, I can imagine that. If you take your stupid ass to a war-torn country, yeah,
I mean,
like you knew it was beef over there. You need to do your research before you start traveling for real, because there's people still going to Mexico like dumbasses.
oh, that's done. But then again,
I just really don't get that.
then again, let's put this in perspective, right? With Mexico, there was one cartel that got soaked up in that situation. And if you know anything about the cartels down there, that was one of the cartels that was heavy in the fentanyl thing. Again, attacking Chinese influence. People have Chinese influence. That cartel particularly had Chinese influence. You know what I mean? Because the fentanyl, the fentanyl. So I could kind of get why people didn't cancel their trips to Mexico, because like all cartels ain't similar. A lot of them wasn't rocking with that one cartel, even though it's still. And then they want to protect their territory to a point. I get your point, because like they can't be there everywhere, and then you don't know who might. When you create power vacuums down there, unintended consequences happen, you know? So yeah, I'm with you on that. I wouldn't go down there. I wouldn't shit. If I'm going on a trip and that's one of the stops, I
Right,
probably
because
won't.
that's just for what?
Yeah. So I'm with
Yeah,
you
so
on
I'm
that.
like, for what? Like, do your research before you travel. Learn where not to go. Now you stuck over there and you putting your damn life in danger. And for what? Just so you can say I've been to Dubai? That it's not worth it to me.
And on their behalf, I get your point. On their behalf, who would have predicted it would have went off like it did? I mean, like this was like a month build up. Like Iran, let's put it in perspective. Iran, they tend to have these protests they have had like about 5 protests since Obama left office, on and off. So that's not really big time news thing, you know what I mean? The only thing like that changed the dynamic was when we took out the nuclear facilities, the one that would try to build a bomb in, right?
Right.
Okay, that probably would have got me like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hold off until around. I'm gonna hold off for a couple years on this Dubai trip, like because shit was
You
getting
would
hot.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would think, but I mean, we go with the popcorn shit again. I don't know why people put themselves in harm's way thinking, oh, and nothing can happen to me. When it can, if you're putting yourself in that position, I'd rather stay away from it and say, you know, well, at least I'm safe. I know where I'm at. I'm not anywhere even sitting. I can't say that living in Detroit because, goddamn, you go outside, something can happen. But
yeah.
still,
I mean, at this
when you,
point, I keep a buck with you. At this point, now, like anything can happen. I mean, you might as well, if you're gonna do a vacation, might as well do it because anything can happen at any time. Now, you go to the grocery store, like
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
But I'm not gonna. I'm at least I know I'm not where literal actual danger is. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go to the grocery store and come back home. I can get to because I grew up here and I go to certain areas where don't nobody really fuck with me. But at the same time, bullets have no names. Now, I will say that most of the times that I'm hearing crime happening, it's at night. I'm already in the house. So good. I don't really hear pow pow during the day. So that's a good thing. Now, there, not to say it does not happen, because there have been rare occasions where kids have to stay in school until everything was, safe and secure, because maybe they found a body or, it might have been a police chase. It doesn't happen a lot, but it has happened within the last 2 years. I want to say at least 2 to 3 times. So it has happened. Thank God my kids were safe and they made it back home safely. But
thank God for that, by the way, too. I'm with you on that.
Yes, but I'm not going to where I know there's an actual fucking war going on. Mexicans, the cartels had already put out an alarm. Y'all, if Americans coming over here, they dead because of all the shit that, they mad at America for. So just because you're an American, then you definitely can get it. Well, why would I go over there and take them penitentiary chances? I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
There's a whole hell of a difference in me saying, let me go to the grocery store in my own hometown and hear a whole few cartels talking about because Trump done shot down their boats and they can't make the money that they was,
Hey, yeah.
You coming over here, we killing you. Why am I gonna do that? You remember how they was on Brittany Reiner because she took over that vape to Russia?
Yeah.
And they spent a whole bunch of time trying to get her ass out over a goddamn vape.
She went there and I mean, that, you
and
talking
you
about
knew
bad
that shit was illegal.
look. You
right,
talking
you knew
about
that shit was illegal.
No.
They told you Putin was a fucking dictator, and there's probably not a chance you getting out, but you still took that shit over there. Like, why?
You missing one key point. You know what? She probably could have made it over there and everything, but that shit with Ukraine happened, and that changed the dynamic of everything. So yeah, what Russia gonna do at that point? Yeah, like they put sanctions on Russia and everything. So shit, they looking for any bargaining chip, and she just happened to be over there. I mean, that was one of them situations where your agent is supposed to be like, "Hey, it's time for you to go, fam." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that, but at the same damn time, again, if you over there with Vladimir Putin, where he don't take no shit, they've already been trying to negotiate with him on other shit, and you knew damn well that taking that shit over there was illegal. You were told. You were told by the WNBA. You were told by your agent. You were told by what I'm saying. You were told.
Yeah.
And you can look that shit up your damn self.
And you know who?
They can't take me away from this little stuff.
You know who they got out of prison for her, right? The exchange.
What?
You ever watched the movie Lord of War?
I don't think I have.
With Nicolas Cage and I believe Jared Leto.
I don't believe I have.
I'm gonna have to edit this. It's a great movie. Let me see.
I'm sure it is. I told you I had to limit a lot of stuff that I used to watch because I'd be running about here watching different things or whatever comes on streaming services, but I can't because again I got kids and I don't need them walking in at the wrong fucking minute.
Oh yeah, it's on wrong minutes in this.
Right, so I gotta watch it before I actually let them sit down and watch it. I scream everything.
There are over 550 million firearms in worldwide circulation. That's one firearm for every 12 people on the planet. The only question is, how do we arm the other 11? Selling guns is like selling vacuum cleaners. You make calls, pound the pavement. I supply to every army but the Salvation Army.
Can you bring me the Gun of Rambo?
Part 1, 2, or 3.
I've only seen part 1.
By the mid-'80s, my weapons were represented in 8 of the world's top 10 war zones.
Damn, you are good. You get rich by giving the poorest people on the planet the means to continue killing each other. Guys!
Say what you like about warlords and dictators, they always pay their bills on time.
I would tell you to go to hell, but I think you're already there.
This is your thing?
I'm in transport.
That's what I want.
She doesn't know how you pay for all this.
We don't talk about it. How many car salesmen talk about their work? I'm not saying I didn't have setbacks.
There are men going to our...
So you never seen this movie? Great movie, by the
No,
way.
and they got old girl from Blue Bloods in it too. But no,
Yeah, it's great movie. I'm about to edit it out.
I gotta watch that one day. Like if ever it comes a time where I don't have my children.
How old are your kids?
Hey, Turan, what's his nickname? The Orange Dealer, what they call him? The Arm of Death or something like that. They call him.
Yeah,
something,
I can't remember I can't remember his name they gave him, but like Lord of War was the name they gave, like that Liberian dude gave. What's that fucking name that ran Liberia? He was like I know the story of Liberia, right? It's Black History.
You talking about Liberia? You talking about Gaddafi?
No, that's Libya.
No, that's Libya. Libya,
that's
yeah, my bad.
Liberia. Remember Amistad?
Give us free.
All right. So we actually colonized a part of Africa to bring free slaves back over there. That's what Liberia was. That was like one American colony in Russell. Liberian women are beautiful. Are the most beautiful sisters.
Oh, is that what Michael Jackson made a whole fucking song about him? Okay, cool. I get it.
Liberian women are hot.
Cool. Nice to know. Apparently, they change your world over there, just like in the movies. That tracks.
This is one example of a Liberian woman. But I knew one and like, dude, not blemish on her skin. It's crazy. I mean, I never seen it. I mean, like, you know, yeah, Russell. Anyway, sorry about that. I have flashback Phoenix, and you know.
You and your flashbacks.
Cooking, man, but I'm gonna keep listening.
You breaking up?
Not sure if I can.
Oh shit. Anyway, all right. When did this happen? Oh, this happened a couple hours ago. Bam.
Has struck Al-Udeid Air Base. As I said, the biggest American base in the region. We don't know much more. No casualties reported as of yet. Again, we don't know what we don't know, but we do know they are saying it was a ballistic missile. It's obviously a significant development. And as that is coming in, we are learning that the CIA is also working to trigger some sort of an uprising inside of Iran. Now, this is a major and potentially explosive development in the war. So let me tell you what we know here with these breaking details. Multiple people familiar with the plan are telling CNN that the Trump administration is working to arm Kurdish forces, who they then expect to take part in has struck Al Udeid Air Base. As I said, the biggest American base in the region.
That's just, hold on, I got the bigger one here. Hold up.
Lord, he's stuck. Get him.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead. You looking up another Liberian girl?
No, I'm not. What the fuck?
I'm asking because I don't be knowing.
Ooh, I'm excuse me for celebrating Black women. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you're not gonna do that.
I turned this shit already red, boy. That was some mental jujitsu right there. Not jujitsu out there crying. You know, tell everybody that you hurt me. That's what I do. But jujitsu, you thought you had me, but I switched it around. They like, damn, you're not gonna do that. No. I didn't mean that. Salute to you, Phoenix. You the homie.
Yeah.
You the homie.
Russell, what the hell you cooking?
Hungry ass.
I hope it ain't like Will.
Oh shit.
So we are going to just unmic them.
We can unmic and then go downstairs.
Yep, I'm going to show you exactly where we go. All right.
That's pretty dramatic.
You do need to move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, and there we go. We're just going to get onto this camera. All right. The CIA working to arm Kurdish forces to stage some sort of a major ground operation going inside Iran. They want to spark an uprising. The details are incredible. What are you learning?
That's right, Aaron. It's a lot to unpack.
Even
Honestly, the story
even CNN dropping, CNN got bought out. Like, it's about to be some act right.
Is that why they started telling the truth about shit? Ooh, when is they gonna fire Abby?
And you gotta keep Abby. She good. She could be about the bullshit she wants.
If ever you needed somebody to twist the truth for your ass,
boy, she'll twist
that.
Hey, I just want to see how she roll blunts because she twisted the truth that good. I bet she's gonna be woo. Be like a damn cigarette.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with Abby, man, you know. Story of my life.
Continues to develop at a breakneck speed and often in mind-bending ways. We spent some time this evening with a senior Iranian.
You got to remember this. CNN got their big break from the Gulf War, the first Gulf War.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was one of their biggest things, and that got them on the map, really, like on another level. Mm-hmm. So them telling the truth about this makes sense because like that's literally their bread and butter that got them where they need to be at. Well, I'm like a damn walking encyclopedia sometimes, man. Phoenix, I'm sorry. Hey, I can't help it, man. I just know things. I drink and know things like Tyrion.
And Kurdish politician here in Iraqi Kurdistan who basically told us that the expectation among Kurdish Iranian opposition forces is that they will be going into Western Iran as part of some kind of a ground operation over the course or at some point during the next few days, that they will have support from the U.S. and from Israel, though he would not be drawn as to what exactly.
Here's the problem now. So what that tells me, the Kurdish forces, like right here, you see this right here? Mm-hmm. That's all mountains. All the way down here is mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And right here in Iraq, that's all Shia. So they would be more inclined to go with what they not really probably feeling what's going on with the leadership in Iran because like they all shit. That's like they clergy pretty much. So it's gonna be tricky. So Kurds and the Shia don't really get along. I mean, really, in the grand scheme of things, Kurds don't really get along with any of the Arab countries, to be real with you. Like, it used to be a Kurdistan. It is a Kurdistan, but they I think Kurdistan, Armenia, and then well, I can't remember all of them off the top. Then that's Turkey. Like the Kurds are all right here. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna look. That's gonna be it's two things is gonna be like the tricky part of this whole situation. Is that part because that's eventually become like some civil war type shit. Because like the Shia factions of Iraq, they're gonna be in direct. They're gonna try to fight for the mullahs and stuff, or try to gain control. Then the wild card, the second part is we haven't hit all of the nuclear things, like all in the mountains stuff. We haven't hit all that because that's where they're keeping their uranium and stuff at, pretty much.
Right.
Because it's harder to get to them with special forces, and we have to have specialized bombs, which pretty much America got. And it's easier to transport things through tunnels and the fucking mountains undetected. So that's gonna be tricky. Them two things gonna be tricky. Then the wild card part of this is what if Taliban start infiltrating and creating their own little thing while all this chaos is going on. We gotta keep an eye on that because there's no influence. Like the people they had deals with like the IEDs and stuff, they are pretty much probably dead now. You know what I mean? Right. So that there's opportunity. This is a power vacuum now in Iran. And we just gotta watch out for that. Yeah, we gotta watch out for that. Because pretty much we wiped out pretty much the whole regime, and plus fucking governors and shit like that, whatever, little small. Like, matter of fact, I don't know if you saw this part. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Yeah. This part.
Just about everything's been knocked out.
1,000 Iranian fighters have also been knocked out, and that doesn't include the Ayatollah and his lieutenant. Earlier today, the remnants of the regime were holding a vote to pick the next supreme leader when the meeting ended early due to an Israeli missile. The president says the damage was substantial, and a third wave of attack is in the works.
So basically, Israel, they run this whole thing like some back in the day, like some Tookie Williams shit. They went back and circled back around there and got rid of whoever was making the meeting up. I like, God, I heard that. I was like, damn, they ain't playing.
They seem to not be. Listen. I hope and pray everything goes well. Like the Iranians, like I said, they got a day or two taste of freedom. Hopefully that lasts longer than a day or two.
Yep.
Because they have been going through it for decades. Like that man has been in power forever.
The first one was in power all the way up to in the 90s or some shit like that. Then this dude took over after that. The dude that we took out.
Right, that's a long ass time.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in under tyranny. That is forever for a lot of people. So I hope they get to live their life in peace. They get a modicum of freedom because we only got a modicum. They say we free, but then they want to dictate what their freedom look like. Oh, you free speech, but you can't say this. You're free to carry arms, but we might change that because people keep killing. Guns kill people. No, guns are sitting there minding their damn business till somebody pick it up and they stupid and they need to be on drugs, but you constantly letting them out to do dumbass shit. So most of the folks, by the time they get to murder, they're repeat offenders, and you keep letting them out. You're not making sure they taking their meds. Oh, he has a mental issue. He should have been locked the fuck up in a psych ward.
So we got
until he
breaking
proved
news.
himself to be a productive part of society. Go ahead.
See this result?
Oh, didn't they say she had a low turnout?
She's complaining. So let's hear.
So,
Yeah.
so that's my news, is that we're not going to have election results tonight, in my opinion, based upon what specifically is taking place in Dallas County.
Right.
Unfortunately,
That's where it was.
this is what Republicans like to do. And so
What the
they
fuck?
specifically targeted Dallas County, and I think we all know why. So
They didn't target Dallas
I want
County.
you to
Nobody
enjoy
came out there to vote for
yourselves,
your ass.
but I won't be back tonight because I have no idea of when we're going to get results, and I fully anticipate it
Girl,
won't
you
be
lost.
until tomorrow. So
You lost. Even liberal white women cried and said, "I'm voting for Tellerico, even though I want to vote for Crockett." Like, quit playing. At the end of the day, they still vote white. They're not that liberal. They white.
She pulling the Trump.
Girl, you lost. I'm talking about, this is what Republicans. Girl, you losing to a Democrat though. Like, what
So
the hell?
what she's saying
Obama
is,
endorses white man over you.
so basically what she's saying is, here's the thing. If you don't remember this, what's up?
They said Dallas County had a low turnout. Wasn't nobody
Yeah, I
coming
know.
out to vote. And those that were voting, he was still in the lead. So they extended the hours of voting to make sure that people can still get out there to vote. Child, good luck. You
That
lost.
part.
They ain't got shit to do with Republicans. You just want to make it about something that ain't even there.
If you lose, you gotta
You
blame
lost.
somebody.
You lost, and you can't get your seat back because they gerrymandered that shit. Your district no longer exists. You lost.
Yeah, man. Hey.
That has nothing to do with a daggum Republican. You losing to a Democrat.
I made somebody in my family mad. They were like, "What do you think of her?" I said, "She's attractive."
Right. That's all I can give her that.
She's attractive.
Her hair be whipped. Them hair nails be done.
Hey, if I'm telling you, any heterosexual black man wake up, it's like, oh man, damn, I didn't know. Damn, did I get a congresswoman? What the fuck? What happened last night? I'm not mad, but what happened? I mean, but my thing is like, all right, what's her policy position? She said she's against everything Trump is. I'm like, that's not a position. What if Trump does something that actually benefit? I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? But hey, what do I know? I just talk about this shit.
Not much.
I just talk about this shit online. And I research and read a lot.
Right. Because I just before I came over here, I was watching a clip that came across my timeline saying she was dealt a low blow, and I clicked on it to see what it was about. They was talking about the vote. They had a low turnout in Dallas County. I forgot which county it was, but yeah, Dallas County.
That would be Dallas
They
County.
said even with the ones that did come out and vote, some of them were Republican, but on the Democrat side, the white boy was
Yo, Al Green is out. What the fuck? He got primaried out.
Who? Al Green?
The one that did that thing at the yeah, I was
Held
trying
up the
to.
sign. Yeah, they probably finagled to where his ass can't come back no more too. They getting rid of these people. They getting rid of these people because it's like literally the entire Democrat side, which, let's be real, about 60% of them are immigrants. They voting to keep immigrants here at the cost of American citizens.
Oh shit!
So yeah,
This
they
happened
gotta
2 hours
go.
ago. Oh shit!
Like when them Democrats sat down as a whole, saying that they putting the illegal immigrants over actual god damn it
What?
over actual American citizens. Yeah, they pretty much feel their own fate.
And Crenshaw got fucked up. Got hold on. Yeah, they run it. They do. They see.
It's funny though. What was the comments under Al Green?
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to get results now. I won't have to go to. All that X is showing me a lot of opinion stuff. Let's see. It's NBC News. Corner and Ken Paxton on the runoff. Let's see. All that. Come on now. So I think. Let me see. Yeah, they still sent too early to call. I mean, Puerto Rico gonna win that. Look at Dallas County.
Where is it at? I can't see.
It's funny that Crockett don't win Crockett County. It's hilarious. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, she won. She won Dallas County. What the fuck is she talking about? Man, I don't know, man. She tripping.
Oh boy was in the league when I seen the
Yeah, he
clip.
in the league overall, but like she went in Dallas County. I mean, that's where she from. That's where like I don't even know what high school she from. I'm looking at one stuff. Let's see. Trying to see if Al Green lost because that's gonna be hilarious. I can't remember what people on. Ooh, oh shit, he did lose. District 18. See,
Oh, he lost horribly.
they got his ass up out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. He lost that shit. That's okay. Man, damn. You've been fired, sir.
It's safe to say.
All right. We can talk. Hey, when all the results come in straight up, we talk about that. But you want to talk about
And she told
Hilary
me she was gonna
meltdown?
be the one that flipped Texas blue. Oh, that didn't work.
Motherfucking right. Anyway, you want this is the Hilary thing, and this 22 minutes is just the highlights, man, because they had like a 4-hour disposition between her and Bill. But it's some I got the highlights on her side. Excuse me, I got hiccups. Yeah. Let's read. Hold up.
Didn't Hillary spaz out today?
Read, nigga, read.
Pretty much.
As I can. I do not. As I stated.
By the way, Sabrina Carpenter look like a young version of Hilary. That's the scary thing. I think that they'll clone that girl, man. She like a
There is that possibility. I would not put it past them, honey.
Look at Hilary and look at her. Hilary, her. Eerie, huh?
Yeah, that's a little bit look like she had surgery to get that done, and Hillary could tuck in her neck. You know who don't look like Hillary? Her own fucking daughter.
Yeah. Let's read.
In my sworn declaration on January 13th, I had no idea about their criminal activities. I do not recall ever encountering Mr. Epstein. I never flew on his plane or visited his island, homes, or offices. I have nothing to add to that.
You lost weight. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Real shit. All bullshit. I hope she feeling good, man. But hey, that's real.
I mean, old age, osteoporosis probably kicked in. She lose weight, she shrink. You know?
Yeah.
Like every decent person, I've been horrified by what we have learned about their crimes.
Lies.
It's unfathomable that Mr. Epstein initially got a slap on the wrist in 2008, which allowed him to continue his predatory practices for another decade. Mr. Chairman, your investigation is supposed to be assessing the federal government's handling of the investigations and prosecutions of Epstein and his crimes. You subpoenaed 8 law enforcement officials, all of whom ran the Department of Justice or directed the FBI when Epstein's crimes were investigated and prosecuted.
Why are you not getting powerful erections?
Yeah. Hey, I need proof to.
No, that didn't come out of nowhere.
That's crazy, man. Look, I don't even get none of this shit. They AC40, they think I'm on that type of time.
Yeah, that shit do be popping up out of no fucking way though.
Yeah. And I'm looking at politics shit. They think all these motherfuckers need that shit. I do deadlifts, man. What the fuck?
Because a lot of the old dudes on the Senate seats and House seats use it to keep their mistresses, allegedly.
Look, let me shut up. I mean, I ain't go there. Cause if you think Hillary is a happy person to live with,
such case no. Bill already said that, and that's why he was happy to get topped off by Monica, allegedly.
Monica in swimsuit magazines and shit. What the fuck? I mean, what's happening?
Now that chick, no, she too fucking old for all that.
She got herself in shape. It don't matter now. Hey, she tightened up. She's like, fuck it, I'm making me some money.
Well, that's good. I'm happy that she stayed in shape or whatever.
Of those 8, only 1 appeared before the committee. 5 of the 6 former attorneys general were allowed to submit brief statements stating they had no information to provide. You have held 0 public hearings, refused to allow the media to attend them, including today, despite espousing the need for transparency on dozens of occasions. You have made little effort to call the people who show up most prominently in the Epstein file tomorrow.
Excuse me, can I interrupt? I have another photos that are being released.
What's up?
I was just saying one of them is her husband, but okay, deflection.
Yeah.
Of the secretary as she is testifying from inside this room, can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible and consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing? If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that
I'm
can
done
occur?
with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's
So I would
sake.
like to understand how that's permissible.
Before the hearing was.
It doesn't
Excuse
matter.
me.
We all were.
Ooh. Ooh, we see the real Hillary here now. This ain't the politically correct what we see on CNN, Hillary.
Well, damn.
Oh, here we go.
Abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well.
I would like to take a break at this moment.
Yeah,
and I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
Go off the record. Go off the record.
More transparent than a public hearing, cameras on. Secretary Clinton, why is it important for you to testify before this committee in a public setting?
Well, first of all, I believe in public testimony. I believe that the public has a right to know what its elected members of Congress are investigating and legislating. Having
She's trying to
served
sway
for
the
8
narrative.
years, I think it
What's up?
She wants to sway the narrative, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's exactly
CP3.
what it is. What's up, CP3?
is useful as a member to do a hearing in public because you're going to learn things by the coverage of it, by the response that you get from people. You know, this hearing, if it were in public, maybe somebody, your question about intelligence, maybe somebody watching it would have said, oh my gosh, I just remembered having a conversation with Foreign Minister X or Prime Minister Y, and that person mentioned Jeffrey Epstein. Most people are not going to look at the video. They're not going to read the transcript, but they will follow a live public hearing. So I think it actually enhances the work that those of us who've been privileged to serve are doing and can do. So to me, it is just an absolute prerequisite for doing the kind of legislative and investigative work as effectively as possible by doing it in public.
And did you know that you would be photographed today?
No.
And is that at all part of what you had understood about the terms of the agreement for today's deposition?
Well, I will confess that I had some concerns about whether the majority on the committee would treat me fairly. And
She want to control them narrative, like you just saying. that's all that Cole is. You think she's slick. You think she's slick.
That's what she does.
That part.
Hillary thinks she a fixer.
Because here's the thing, if she would have, if they had public one, she would just been saying, I do not recall, I do not recall. She'll pull that number, which is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you going to look like shit either way it go. Say, I don't remember.
Well, she did say she don't recall ever meeting Epstein or being on his plane, island, or anything. No, she said she don't recall ever meeting Epstein. And then she said emphatically that she's never been on his plane, at his house, on the island, nothing. So if you don't recall meeting him, how you know you've never been to his house? You could have went to his house during one of those functions that y'all go to, any
How do you know
campaign
that?
trail.
How you know
Like
who
how you
owns
know
the house
you've never been on
everywhere
his
you go?
plane? You didn't ask who plane you was hijacking on when you charter a private plane. You didn't know whether that was his plane or not. You didn't do any
That part.
research on that. Hell, they caught up Whoopi like that. She was like, no, that wasn't me. Somebody else asked to borrow the plane so I could make it to an event. And they said no. I don't believe it, but okay.
Yeah.
We'll act like that's the truth.
And then on top of that, like, you going to a shindig and it's supposed to be an entry party, but you trying to get fundraising and everything. You going whatever
That's what I'm
shindig you want.
saying. Like, you don't know whether or not if it was at his house, an establishment that he owns, nothing.
They shake so many people's hands, button up to them and everything. You don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's real.
would, fairly convey what I say and what I did and how I looked and how I responded. So yes, I did have a concern. And when we learned about the photos being taken, not by a staff member, but by a member, it was shocking and very disappointing. So if it were in public, we wouldn't have that debate. You know, everybody could see the same thing that the congresswoman saw. I'm sitting here. Sometimes I'm smiling. Sometimes I'm frowning. Sometimes I look good. Sometimes I don't. That's all in public. Everybody can have this.
And guess what? It's all public right now.
Mm-hmm.
She want to control that narrative.
And you got
Hey.
turkey neck. I'm just saying. I won't fix that.
Man.
Same view rather than, you know, an angled photo and all the rest of it. So it was disappointing, and I regret that it happened and it violated your rules, but that's not the real concern I have. The real concern is get busy. Focus on the people that have something to tell you, that can tell you about intelligence, money, and crimes, and get them before you, and whenever possible, do it in public. Having observed President Trump up close and personal for a number of years now, since I ran against him, he has a tell. He has a behavioral tell. Whenever he is worried about being found out himself, he accuses somebody else of doing what he actually has done.
That is the definition of what Clinton and them used to do. Oh, this is fucking projection. This is rich.
She wanted that on record. That's why she was. Yeah, she
Look how she look too. Look, Hilary. I have nothing against you. Please, you know, I have nothing against you. But
Hilary, I have nothing against you, but you've been a demon since I've known you to be in politics.
Phoenix do not know what she do.
I'm on drugs.
Yeah, she's been sick. She's been under the weather. She don't know what she's doing.
Nope.
You know, Hilary. Hey, man. Hey, look. I got nothing against you. I do. My wife carry hot sauce in her purse just like you do.
Lord have mercy.
Okay. Gonna talk about Trump. Is
like why are we even bringing up Trump?
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This.
All right. This part was a good part right here.
Thank you for a fun night. Your littlest girl was a little naughty.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me sick.
If you can also read the EFTA 0087841. This is also another email. Can you just please provide the context? It's an email to Jeffrey Epstein. If you could just read the context of what it is.
Of course, the Ohio Jesus, I'm coming trick.
And just the main body of the context of the email.
Said that she felt God's presence next to her when she was in bed. She knows that Jesus watches over her and he helped save her life. Whoops.
How does that make you feel?
It's bizarre. I don't know what it means.
The reason I asked you to read both of these is because these emails were both sent by co-conspirators that were then given the plea deals and now have been given victim status. Both of these women were also named in an FBI document, and they're on a number of other emails. Do you believe that the Department of Justice should reevaluate the plea deals for some of these women, given that, as you can see, they have clearly done some things probably that they shouldn't have?
I don't know the status of whether that would be legally possible, so I have no opinion.
I think outside of the statute of limitations, they might be able to reinvestigate under the civil rights violations. Would you be in favor of that, or looking into any of the co-conspirators that were given plea deals down to victim status if there's credible evidence that they were trafficking young girls?
I think it should be pursued.
All right, Secretary Clinton, how do you feel about your husband being named in the Epstein files?
Well, I think it's something that is unfortunate. And I'm sure that he will tell you that he wished he had not flown on Epstein's plane. So that's, you know, it's unfortunate in my opinion.
Right?
Say that again.
That's what she told him to say. So of course he's gonna say it.
Oh, Phoenix is catching. I don't think we appreciate you enough. That's exactly why I think I'm like.
Well, let me say, this NyQuil must have some sort of something in it. I don't know. It's making me just say shit.
Is how do we determine whether or not Epstein was a spy, whether or not Epstein was trading secrets? Because he had people on the.
All right, we gotta go where the heat happened. Nancy Mace.
Stop paying for gum damage now and dentist bills later. Use this instead. This is Focus Pouches from TakeUltra.com. You feel it kick in within.
You asked the question. I'm going to answer your question.
Now you're going to yell
This
at
was
me?
what I spent
You're
my
going to yell at
time
me.
doing.
I'm a survivor trying to look out for other
Well,
survivors trying to
and
protect
I
them.
was taking care
You
of
waited
the
6
people
months
who
to
lost
get here today.
3,000
6 months,
lives.
And now
Yield to Ms. Mace.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Madam Secretary, thank you for returning this afternoon. Secretary Clinton, is your husband someone the committee should investigate?
My husband will be here tomorrow. You'll have a chance to ask him questions.
So my question is your husband someone this committee should investigate?
Asked and answered.
Apparently you are. You've subpoenaed him. He's going to be here tomorrow.
In your testimony before the break, you discussed why you believe President Trump should testify before our committee due to a, quote, pattern of behavior, end quote. You testified that a pattern of behavior warrants accountability. So I want to make sure I understand your standard correctly. The pattern of behavior you describe includes being held civilly liable, indictments, sexually deviant behavior, correct?
Yes.
In 1998, your husband was found civilly liable for sexual misconduct with Paula Jones and settled for $850,000. Is that correct?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
By your standard of pattern of behavior, should your husband testify before this committee?
He is testifying tomorrow.
On December 19th, 1998, President Clinton was impeached on charges of perjury and obstruction of justice, which directly related to his extramarital affair with Monica Lewinsky. Is that correct?
Yes.
And your husband was impeached for perjury related to sexual behavior, correct?
I didn't understand what you said.
Your husband was impeached for perjury related to sexual behavior, his sexual behavior.
He was impeached for several reasons, and
He's getting flustered.
then was acquitted in the Senate.
And your husband flew on Jeffrey Epstein's plane 17 to 26 times, correct?
He made several trips with different legs on the trip, as I recall.
But he flew on Jeffrey Epstein's plane
Yes, he
17 to
did.
26 times.
Mhm.
Were you aware that Secret Service was dropped on some of those flights?
That is not my understanding.
Where they were not on some of those flights?
That is not my
So
understanding.
your understanding is that Secret Service was on all of the flights that President Clinton was on?
That is
with
my
Epstein?
understanding.
By this standard of behavior, multiple credible accusers, including Juanita Broderick, who alleged rape against your husband. Your husband was disbarred in Arkansas, lost his law license before the Supreme Court, flew on Epstein's plane dozens of times, visited Epstein's island.
That is not true.
This Nancy Mace doing the questioning, by the way. Phoenix, just for your FYI.
Yeah, but she trying to establish the pattern of behavior.
Yep.
Good job.
He is.
It's absolutely untrue.
Well, there's documentation in the DOJ files. I'm not sure you're aware, your attorneys have told you, but Jeffrey Epstein told one of the victims to lie to investigators, to lie that Bill Clinton was ever on Epstein Island. I can provide that document to you.
We
your
would like that
attorneys.
document, please.
Yeah,
Okay,
counsel,
I can do
because
that.
actually the files say just the opposite. Epstein himself didn't use it.
These are FBI notes, an interview with a
She about to look
victim,
for that damn
I use
witness.
the victim number and the case number.
Say that again.
You better not give her none of that damn witness information. That witness is gonna come up missing, allegedly. Ooh, NyQuil.
Yeah, man. Hey, NyQuil, Z-Pack.
Maybe I am drunk.
Yeah.
Maybe I am drunk. Maybe I did drink liquor. Yep. Mm-hmm.
The files, these
Moonshine. That's
are notes from a
moonshine.
302
If you'd
interview.
like those, are you going to provide those now?
That's not my line of questioning. She brought it up, but I have a
I'm
document. I can
sorry,
give to
you're
you.
making a representation
Yeah.
as to the facts.
I didn't enter
Something
anything
that's-
as an exhibit.
but it's factually inaccurate.
No, I can give it to you later. I can go find the document, make copies of it, and give it to you this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Okay. By your standard of pattern of behavior, according to documents released by the Department of Justice. Your husband appears in photos in swimming pools, hot tubs, aboard Jeffrey Epstein's private plane with unidentified young women. We came here today and you told this committee that a pattern of behavior demands accountability, correct?
I said that I believe the committee should call anyone who had a substantial pattern and practice of contact with Jeffrey Epstein and his crimes before they came to light.
Does that include your husband?
And after they came to light. You're going to have a chance to question him tomorrow.
So I'll ask you again, by the standard you just set in your own words just now, does this standard apply equally to your husband or only President Trump?
I have said that my husband has been subpoenaed. He will appear. He will answer your questions to the best of his.
She don't want to say yes or no. You know what I'm saying? Yes or no.
Well, she can't, because if she's saying that she's not there, she can't establish shit. She can only go by what she was told or whatever's been presented to her. That's it. And even if it's been presented to her, she was like, well, I don't know if that's true or not. That could be, AI. He could be, added into that photo. I don't know if that was true. I wasn't there.
She's slick. I give her that.
Ability. But there is no evidence whatsoever.
She's been in politics for
connection.
Maybe, half a century? She know the game.
She was... do you know when she got on the political scene?
When she got on the scene?
Yeah.
I don't know the exact year. I do know that I was introduced to them early 90s. Before that, I think he was like the governor of Arkansas, and then he went on to, I believe, Senate seat. And she been right there with him.
She was in the prosecution, in the prosecutor against Nixon. She was like a young athlete.
Oh, so she was one of the ones on the board for Watergate.
Watergate. People don't know that.
See, that's what I'm saying. She been on she been in and around them folks, because I believe her father was also in politics, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
she been hanging around. Allegedly, she been hanging around Grand Dragons of the KKK. Yeah, but half a century, at least a half a century.
Hilary Clinton served as a 27-year-old staff attorney for the House Judiciary Committee during the 1974 Nixon impeachment inquiry. I almost fucked that up.
Yeah. I'll read. I'm the drunk.
Yeah.
Hilary Clinton served as a 27-year-old staff attorney for the House Judiciary Committee during the 1974 Nixon impeachment inquiry, focusing on research procedures and transcribing White House tapes. She worked under 1974 Princeton University lead counsel John Doerr, helping to define evidence of abuses of power. Key aspects of her role was impeachment task. She was part of the team drafting the rules of procedures and researching legal precedents for impeachment. Audio tape. She transcribed recordings of conversations, including a critical tape of tapes involving President Nixon. So she was the one that found that, apparently. Controversy. Claims by former committee member Jerry Zeifman that she was fired for unethical behavior are widely disputed, with evidence indicating she was not fired, but rather finished her contract and was not retained for a permanent position. Legacy. Clinton has frequently cited this experience as a foundational part of her career in legal and political accountability. So 1974.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
With Jeffrey Epstein's crimes.
So she lived, like, she know how to play this shit.
Absolutely, she got a game. Like I said, she been here half a century. Like y'all, she in politics.
Yep.
And she is the political one that actually knows the laws.
That part.
So she's a little dangerous, because a lot of them folks nowadays that are in politics couldn't tell you a law. which is sad because you're supposed to actually know the law since you're trying to enforce it. Just saying.
Oh yeah,
I might be tripping.
this the other part.
Well, that would
Get
be
some clarity.
very helpful.
Are you aware of any files that were on Anthony Weiner's laptop in a folder that was titled insurance, life insurance, with a zip file titled
Excuse me,
Frazzle?
I'd like the chairman's ruling. No, I'd like the chairman's ruling. Is this within the scope? Is this within the scope, Mr. Chairman?
If the chairman rules that it's not within the scope, I
Mr.
have
Chairman,
other
based on what you said in the public hearing, is this within the scope?
We can go off the record for a moment.
Mr. Chairman, is this within the scope?
We'll go off the record
and consult.
All this was going on while we were fucking talking about YouTube beef.
We'll get back on the record.
Madam Clinton, you have stated that you do not recall meeting Jeffrey Epstein and have no links to him. Have you reviewed any photos, emails, or records from the released Epstein files that might refresh your recollection of any encounter, event, or introduction involved?
Good fucking question, by the way. Because she can't say I do not recall. She got to actually say something of substance. That's a good question.
But do you see her face, her facial expressions though? Like she is not happy.
At all. At all. Hey, after this, I firmly believe, because looking at when Epstein came back into focus story-wise, was that interview I posted, I showed with, not interview, but when Rush was talking about like, hey, why is Epstein coming back up? He's a big time donor for the Clintons. He was saying that before all this stuff was even out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes me believe somebody got in for the Clintons. They want them out of political life. So they the real target. I don't believe Trump is the real target because like they would have used that when they were trying to.
No, who do you think Trump said it was Trump?
Yeah, they would have used that. They would use that on the
Clintons
Biden.
are a protected class. Let's keep it real. They are a protected couple. And everybody wondered after all that humiliation and all them women that came forward about Bill why Hillary never left him. She can't. They know too much. And please understand, she knew about them bitches. I mean, women.
She probably did something herself, allegedly. I think I snapped.
Listen.
That's key. I mean, I don't know this. Hey. Let me say simply, hey, Hillary, if you did do that, look, I'm not judging. We're in 2026.
She was Secretary of State.
Look.
She was in over foreign policy. She was getting some foreign poo nanny too.
Yeah, or
don't get it twisted. She like it just as much as her husband, allegedly. Who that NyQuil kicking in? I think I need to go to sleep.
Phoenix is under the weather. She having a fever dream right now. All right.
Excuse me, before you are stating that with respect to her, an interview or with respect to what she has stated here today?
I'm asking in general, has anything that you have viewed since the release of the Epstein files brought any sort of recollection of an encounter with Epstein?
Not that I recall.
You acknowledged meeting.
Hey, look, I remember shit. I don't know. I don't remember none of it for y'all.
Bitch, what you not about to do is this shit.
I'm scared of her, man. That's one. This one white lady I'm scared of.
Satan's little sister need to just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm scared of her.
Ghislaine Maxwell on a few occasions in connection with the Clinton Global Initiative. Please describe each meeting in detail.
I did not. I said that, actually, in response to a question,
which posited that she had come to the Clinton Global Initiative in 2013, I stated I did not have any involvement in that, and I did not recall seeing her there, but I have seen photos that she has been there. And in 2013, she was very active promoting this ocean work that she was doing. And apparently everybody from the UN to CNN to the TED Talk people thought it was worth giving her a platform.
Madam Clinton, one of the jobs you did for the CGI was helping and maybe even directing the planning of the annual meetings. Is that correct?
No, the staff plans.
Clinton Foundation, right? She said CFI. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Clinton Foundation.
The annual meeting, and they make a report and we offer suggestions.
In 2013, Maxwell was recognized ASA Committed to Action Leader.
She made a commitment in 2013, along with hundreds, maybe thousands of other people.
So I find it notable that in 2011, Doug Band says that he directed the Clinton Foundation staff to bar Maxwell from receiving an invite to CGI or the Clinton Foundation events. I would like to know who overruled Doug Band's suggestion to bar
Objection.
Maxwell.
Based on hearsay, states facts not in evidence. You can ask the witness if she knows anything about that.
I know nothing about that.
The federal rules of evidence don't apply in depositions with.
That's fine. I don't know.
Of course you don't.
Okay. And so would you also not have any indication that who she was personally recommended by to receive such an
I
award?
was Secretary of State. I was not involved with the CGI planning or operation.
Your husband
during that.
presented that award, or is that true?
Watch this. Okay, so Rich just dropped this Hyperline wall.
I have no idea.
Okay. And then just a couple of more questions. So regarding the Epstein files, there are many files where Jeffrey Epstein seems to speak as though he does know you personally. In one file, EFTA 006571115, Mr. Epstein is commenting, and he quotes, "Hey, Hillary Clinton is much prettier in person." This was Tuesday, September 20th, 2011. And then another.
Congressman,
I'm not going to object to that.
Congressman, can we see the documents, because we don't think the
we will get that
document
printed.
says it. We don't think the document says it. Not that you're not pretty. I've got to say that.
Jeffrey Epstein has
I'll take it if I can
also
get it.
commented that meetings with Hillary are not easy.
I'll give her makeup artist some credit, man. This is probably the best she looked in about 15 years. You agree on that?
Damn.
Because like you have to
Damn.
understand, oh shit.
Yeah, that kicked in.
We leave that where that's it.
Ooh, child.
Yeah. That's
Uh-huh.
free.
Easily
Oh,
discreet.
Lord.
Has he ever connected someone to meet with you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, I'm going to let my colleagues ask some questions and maybe I'll be back. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm going to let staff.
Secretary Clinton, just
She about to take out half that.
circle back on a few things. You mentioned that your daughter Chelsea had a friendly relationship, is that correct, with Miss Maxwell?
I believe so.
And
Allegedly.
did Chelsea tell you what made the relationship friendly?
Again, it was through Ted Wade, the longtime friend of ours. That's how, I certainly met her.
So Chelsea met Glenn Maxwell through Ted Wade as well?
I believe that's right.
And I believe you testified earlier, Ted Waite's been a family friend for like 30 years or something to that effect.
Early 90s, yes.
And having a friend that long, you never discussed Miss Maxwell with Mr. Waite?
I don't discuss the relationships of my friends. That's up to them.
And so to be clear, you never discussed Miss Maxwell's relationship with Mr. Waite?
Not that I recall, shortly, as my memory is that shortly after the wedding on July 31st.
You got echo. I was like, what the hell is that? Things got an echo.
2010, shortly after that, they broke up. And shortly after that, he married somebody else. I know nothing about the relationship. I'm just describing what I believe was the chronology.
Understood. And upon that breakup, as you said, Mr. Waite never said anything to the effect of why they broke up?
Not to me, he didn't.
Circling the 2013 CGI annual conference has been brought up on a few occasions today.
Yes, indeed.
I believe you said you did not remember seeing Miss Maxwell there. Is that correct?
I do not recall seeing her there.
And you had no interaction with her at all?
Not that I recall.
After this
That's that term again.
2013 annual conference of CGI, did anyone raise any concerns to you about Miss Maxwell being there?
Not that I recall.
Did, separate from just the 2013 event, did Mr. Band ever raise concerns about Miss Maxwell to you?
Not that I recall.
And again, just to clarify, did Mr. Band ever attempt to blacklist Miss Maxwell from any Clinton Foundation or CGI events?
Not that I know of, but I can't say that I would have known.
When did Mr. Band leave the foundation?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does 2012 sound possible?
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
If she's answering the witness answered the question.
If it was during my time as Secretary of State, I wouldn't have any reason to know.
Guys, Blue Chew Gold is the only one.
All right. I'm at Blue.
We're all stars now. And the dope show.
Oh.
Nothing.
Come on, yes.
Who would have final?
I'm sorry, I was in the song.
What'd you say?
I was singing All Stars. I don't know why when she was talking, that song popped into my head. Satan's sister. Allegedly.
I won't get to this part now. I'm probably gonna end it.
Entities that would get recognized at a CGI event.
It was a staff decision.
If the staff made the decision, would the board have any input on that?
Not that I'm aware of. And they might make suggestions as to people that should be contacted or followed up with, but I don't know specifically, and I certainly don't know anything about her involvement.
Understood. And suggestions, what type of suggestions would they make on individuals or entities?
Oh, they might say, this person's doing great work on affordable housing, or this person has done some really exciting, hygiene work, trying to improve the well-being of people in some countries. It would be things like that. So maybe invite this person because we can maybe introduce this person to somebody who's interested in doing the same kind of work. And maybe they can make a commitment together.
Are you aware of President Clinton having a lunch or other type of meal with Ms. Maxwell in 2014?
I don't recall knowing that.
Have you since been made aware of that fact?
Yes, I have been.
And was that in preparation for this deposition?
It was. Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of any other more recent meetings between Ms. Maxwell, and any members of your family?
I am not.
Let me make this. I might need.
Does the Clinton Foundation often use jets of other individuals for foundation business?
Yes.
And that is still a common practice today?
I don't know how common it is, but it has been in the past.
And were there any other type of aircrafts that you are aware of President Clinton traveling on with Mr. Epstein?
I am not aware of any other.
I speed up a little bit, man, because
Secretary Clinton,
dragging on.
Do you know who Nicolas Sarkozy is?
I do, the former president of France.
Uh-oh.
And do you recall when he was president of France?
He was president while I was Secretary of State, but I don't know, his actual years of term.
I'm going to introduce as Majority Exhibit 17 an email from the Department of Justice's release of Epstein-related files. Give us 1 second. We will provide that to you all.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Also, while we have a break, I think that Congressman Perry, you wound up with at least 3 of your pages here. 2
Yeah, that's
pages.
true. Here.
So I want to give them back to you because they may have notes or something.
Sure.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Secretary Clinton, this is a email. The top of the page says to a Oliver Colomb. I will stipulate to you that he was an advisor to President Sarkozy. It is date stamped EFTA 01949592. The original email here is from Mr. Colomb, and he asked, could you organize a discreet meeting between Sarko and Hillary Clinton in New York? If not, who should we ask? Mr. Epstein replies, meetings with Hillary are not.
Sarkozy, this might be the meeting might be about Libya, because they were really trying to, they weren't liking Gaddafi and oil and everything like that. So this might be about Libya. It said about 2011. I think Libya, it happened in 2012, right?
Yeah, by that time they wanted Gaddafi out because he was about to short the American dollar.
Really the euro too, because the gold Quebec currency.
Yeah, but she's the one that took him out. So I'm just going by the American issue.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
Easily discreet when. We started to touch on this earlier. Are you aware of Mr. Epstein or any of his staff reaching out to anyone on your staff to set up a meeting?
I am not aware, and I find it kind of weird because I know Sarkozy, he would not have needed, if somebody was seeking a meeting with me and Sarkozy, he would not have needed to go through anybody else. He could have contacted me directly.
Understood.
Part of me, that actually makes sense because she's Secretary of State that we got to put it in perspective. She's Secretary of State that's potentially could be president, right? So world leaders will probably all have her number and just talk to her directly. Having a third party really doesn't make sense in that case. She probably that makes sense what you just said. I'm not just looking at it for what it is, Got anything on that?
No, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. They would not need anyone else to contact her for them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's weird. I want to go.
And just to be clear, have you seen this email exchange previously?
Yes.
And that was in preparation for today's deposition?
Yes.
But no prior awareness of this email
None
exchange?
whatsoever.
You
Did
know, it's
Mr.
funny
Epstein
though.
or any of his agents attempt to?
She is a Secretary of State that don't know shit that was going on while she was a Secretary of State.
And to be fair, she wouldn't know
don't
anything.
call shit.
No. To be fair, she probably wouldn't know what's going on in the Clinton Foundation when she's Secretary of State. 'Cause she's not in like first lady duties type situation. So there's some problems with our ability to build in just because of that, you know. But anything else? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny to me.
Yep, she is to me too. Let's read.
To set up any other meetings with you?
Not that I know of, but I have no idea what they thought they were trying to do.
Bad.
Secretary Clinton,
don't know.
We've touched on this a little bit, but just to make sure the record is totally clear here, you have said that you've never been to Mr. Epstein's island. Is that correct?
You know
You've
what?
never been.
I am so tired of answering that question. If you have one scintilla of evidence to the contrary, put it forward. I have never been on his island, period. I've never been in his homes, his offices, his anything.
Allegedly.
Man, they didn't give me the whole thing. I might have to go over this
Allegedly.
bar, but hey, I think I'm done, man. I'm dozing off. You see what's going on right here.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to sleep
Me too.
because I sleepy.
Me too. Take care.
That night is taking over. Have a good
Yep.
one.
I'm about to take me some medicine my own damn self.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You see, I got
Hope
this.
everything all is
Olay.
well with the women's and young ladies in your family, honey.
Yeah, my youngest running around. She got a flu running around like ain't nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? Sit your ass down somewhere.
Okay. I'll be like, what the hell? He's some.
Say, Daddy, what's going on? I said, no, we're not doing damn. You get your ass back in that bed. We ain't doing a damn thing. You better go in there and watch Mashing the Bear. Yeah, you talking about? We ain't doing that.
What we doing? No,
Yeah,
you sick. I don't even like you right now. Go on somewhere.
I'm not feeling you right now. You sick? You run around. Yeah, you know your kid's sick when you run. Yeah, they run around. In pajamas all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take your ass to bed.
I hope they getting better.
What's up?
I said, I just hope they getting better.
My oldest man, she been in bed since I got home. I'm like, damn. She got a play to do this weekend. She trying to get better. Yeah, I didn't tell you my oldest in theater.
She where?
She's doing theater. She's doing the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's good. I wish they would have something like that here. I know tomorrow my baby girl is doing the math beat, and then the day after that, my oldest girl got one going on.
Yeah. I think this lens is like a.
So
That's weird.
that's
Oh no,
cool.
it's a reflection on that light. The reflection on my soundboard. Wake up. All right, I gotta go to bed. Y'all take care. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you, Phoenix, Russell Red, everybody else coming, even Angie. You know, I got no against him. We just a little crazy. But hey, salute to everybody. Peace.